Can data inspire us to achieve what once seemed impossible? We believe the potential of a data-driven world is infinite. Oceans of information processed in the blink of an eye. Novel approaches to intractable challenges. Insights that fuel breakthrough innovation. Previously undreamed of results. It's all in the data. The possibilities are endless. Researchers identify cures for cancer. Agrobiologists create smart hives to provide food security for the planet. Aid organizations deliver relief faster. Scientists mitigate climate change, and utilities provide safer, cleaner energy. New business models build entirely new industries. It's in the data. In a cloud-enabled world, machine learning combines with human ingenuity, and the possible becomes achievable. At Oracle, we help people find the value in data so that they can achieve the extraordinary.
Please welcome Safra Katz.
Well, good morning again, and thank you to Annette and Accenture for being a Diamond sponsor. And to all of you, once again, I have to thank you for spending another day with us here at Oracle OpenWorld. I'm excited to spend the next hour with you, showing you the unique capabilities of the Oracle Cloud. As you heard Larry last night, the Oracle Cloud is the world's only autonomous cloud, but it's also the only integrated cloud. And to show you that, I've asked our product leads to join me on stage, and they will outline our integrated Gen 2 infrastructure, our autonomous database, our intelligent applications, and analytics. But first, let me tell you why the Oracle Cloud is unlike any other cloud in the world. At the infrastructure layer, from compute to networking to storage, the Oracle Cloud has been uniquely engineered to be secure and autonomous from the start. No other cloud provider even thinks this way, but we've always thought this way because your Oracle workloads are the crown jewels of your enterprise, and we know that. The Oracle Cloud eliminates complexity, manual work, and as you heard last night, most importantly, human error. It delivers a degree of reliability, operational efficiency, and automatic security that our other clouds just cannot match. Our goal is to deliver innovation in a way that simplifies IT and business functions. And we believe the best way to do this is to engineer all our products to work together from the beginning, each piece benefiting from the capabilities of its underlying platform. This delivers simplicity, which means less risk, lower costs, and better information for your enterprise. And we know, because like you, we've been on this journey. Oracle has gone through our own cloud transformation. We needed to be a better service-oriented company, and it wasn't just good enough to build a great cloud. We needed to use it, and we needed our own cloud to be a platform to enable the business changes we were looking for. And along with our customers, we've seen great results. First of all, our cloud delivers richer, higher quality data across all of our lines of business. The embedded AI in our applications allows for better decision-making and clearer focus in helping our customers. Secondly, the Oracle Cloud has given us a new level of integration. As a result, we've eliminated most of the manual handoffs and increased our cross-team collaboration. This has given our employees time to focus on higher value activities and increased efficiencies that ultimately free up resources to invest in other things. In addition, we benefit from new features every quarter that help us stay ahead of our customers' evolving needs. And in the past, this would happen every few years. Now it's happening every 90 days, but without costly upgrades. And finally, while inheriting the security of the entire platform, the design of the Oracle Cloud centers around the user and the user's needs. This drives higher employee satisfaction, longer-term loyalty, and much better retention. Today, we're going to illustrate Oracle's integrated cloud and what it means for you. We're going to take the next 45 minutes or so to show you our thinking on the second-generation cloud infrastructure, data management, intelligent applications, and data analytics. First, Clay McGurk will start us off about Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. And Clay's going to show you why this is the foundation of our truly integrated cloud. Clay will be followed by Juan Loaiza and Andy Mendelson. Juan and Andy are the architects behind Oracle's Autonomous Database. Collectively, they've got over 60 years of experience developing the world's leading database and our leading Exadata machines. Juan will show us all how the cutting-edge capabilities of our autonomous database enable the building of next-generation applications. And Andy will share with us the vision of how autonomous database serves as a data platform for an enterprise. And finally, Steve Miranda and TK Anand are going to show us how Oracle Cloud applications and analytics use our database cloud services and the rest of the Oracle Cloud infrastructure to deliver the #1 SaaS applications and analytics in the market. We're most excited about what the Oracle Cloud is helping our customers accomplish. So before we bring up Clay, let's hear from some of our customers.
Our move to the cloud was primarily driven from the perspective of our need for flexibility, scalability. We've seen a performance improvement of 20 to 25%. The users have expressed how much they've appreciated now the improved performance of the platform.
Using the Kubernetes installation enabled us to drop that processing from 1 week to 8 hours, which has been fundamentally important.
Exadata is really the only solution that is able to provide them with the speed and the high ability that they need to manage those critical operations 24/7 in an environment that really can't afford any downtime.
We really felt that before, the e-business suite stack that OCI was the perfect story for us of better, cheaper, faster. The machines are performing way better than the hardware that we were running on premise before.
Our interactive response time on average is 0.07 seconds. They say we are their fastest performing JD Edwards client.
Please welcome Clay McGuirk.
It was really cool to see how so many of these customers are building their businesses on top of Oracle Cloud infrastructure. So I think Safra highlighted the things we're going to be talking about today. One thing I want to bring our attention back to is Larry talked yesterday about our overall vision at Oracle for building a truly autonomous cloud. I'm going to dig into one aspect of that, which is really to be able to build an autonomous cloud, you have to have a truly integrated cloud, one that's integrated between all layers of the stack. In many ways, infrastructure is the base layer. It must meet all the requirements of everything on top of it. When it doesn't meet those requirements, those applications, the databases, the various workloads just aren't capable of doing the things they need to do. And you also heard yesterday Larry talk about our vision for a very flexible infrastructure, how we're going to be able to scale compute and storage independently in real time, completely automated. It's very exciting stuff. We've made fundamental investments at Oracle Cloud Infrastructure to enable things at the database layer that other clouds just can't do. Specifically, the fact that we did bare metal virtualization and off-box virtual networking has enabled us to bring the power of Exadata to the cloud. We're the only cloud that really has Exadata capabilities in it. And more importantly, Exadata itself is the underpinning for everything we do with Autonomous Database and the applications that are built on top of that. When you move up the stack into the applications area and to our very comprehensive analytics portfolio, you can see that infrastructure still plays a role in those areas. Specifically, we have GPUs. Those GPUs enable the machine learning that power the digital assistant, which is a very important part of our Fusion applications. The fact that we have a real integrated infrastructure at the network and the compute layer is what enables our analytics to so deeply integrate with their applications. Specifically, the type of very cool integrations our Fusion Data Warehouse and Fusion Analytics are enabling that we're announcing at this OpenWorld. And as you've heard Larry talk about many times, we take security very, very seriously at Oracle. And security we think of as cutting across all layers of the stack. It applies at the infrastructure layer, the database layer, and the application and analytics layer. You heard how we make significant investments in Autonomous Database, how it reduces human error, and how that greatly increases security. And in addition, we've launched a very exciting Autonomous OS, Autonomous Linux, the first Autonomous OS, and how that can bring the value of our autonomous services to every application that runs on top. I'm here to talk to you today about a type of integration that you may not always think of first when it comes to an infrastructure provider. I'm very proud of the work that we've done here at Oracle, but the fact is, no matter how hard I work or how good my team is, as an infrastructure provider, I can't do everything myself. Customers demand both the vertical integration we've talked about, as well as horizontal integration between ourselves, other ISVs, as well as working with other cloud providers. In on-premise environments, there are diverse technology stacks using things like Oracle workloads and Microsoft workloads coexisting, all powering mission-critical systems running in a data center. Doing this in the cloud has proven very difficult until now. It was exactly this problem that led us to the instrumental partnership that we announced with Microsoft in June. Our engagement with customers revealed that there were many workloads they just couldn't move to the cloud without this type of partnership that we have with Microsoft. With this industry-first multi-cloud partnership, we are removing those barriers for moving those workloads to the cloud. To explain more about these details, please welcome Mary Williamson, Vice President of Azure Apps and Infrastructure, to the stage. Mary? I think the last time we invited you to OpenWorld was before both of our companies were founded.
So we're so excited to be here today. I think this is kind of monumental. You know, in the era of selfies, I think this is worth one. So will you bear with us and have a Twitter moment? All right. We're going to do this. I'm the designated selfie person because I'm much cooler.
They told us not to okay.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. No, in all seriousness and photos aside, it is super exciting to be here. Microsoft, Oracle, we're really connected in making sure that we're hearing what the customers need, understanding your cloud journey, and our intent is to empower organizations to deploy the right strategy for your business. As you may know, we've worked today, and customers are already deploying Oracle DB on Azure across OSs. You're running your apps on Oracle Linux and Azure today, and customers are developing and running Java apps on Oracle WebLogic on Azure. Microsoft and Oracle are also extending that collaboration to help IT organizations deploy complex enterprise solutions on Azure and OCI. Really, this collaboration is about solving customer needs and hearing your requirements. I'm very passionate about making sure customers, as they're considering the cloud, are thinking about the right foundations. Let's talk about the ability for IT organizations, for example, to access their distributed data estate, the countless number of cloud services on Azure and OCI, and this interoperability between Azure and OCI that'll support better decisions, making and fueling your innovation. Amazing level of infrastructure. We're simplifying cloud deployments through Azure Active Directory integration with Oracle applications and databases in Azure and OCI. Finally, through collaboration, customers will also be able to run Oracle applications like PeopleSoft, eBusiness Suite, or JD Edwards on Azure with an Oracle Exadata backend in OCI. Imagine the possibilities when we enable our customers to build on their existing IT investments for identity, management, and security, simplify data management and governance. I think that's amazing. It gives you a ton of tools. Since the announcement in June, we have spent time defining reference architectures and helping to drive adoption and learnings with a growing number of prospects engaged in our preview. For example, Dartmouth College has been able to successfully test the Azure and OCI interconnectivity with a combination of Azure's ExpressRoute and Oracle's Fast Connect. Their IT organization is pleased with the latency that they have experienced between the two cloud environments. Their testing will include deploying multiple applications in Azure with an Oracle database backend in OCI, including a distributed deployment of Oracle eBusiness Suite across Azure and OCI. And we'll continue to keep addressing customer requirements through these tough technical challenges. Our joint customers know they have the power of Microsoft and Oracle behind them. Thank you for having me here today, Clay.
Thanks, Mary. In addition to this multi-cloud partnership, customers demand a vibrant and diverse ecosystem to support their most demanding workloads. They expect automatic integration of operating systems, applications, network appliances, security appliances, databases, and analytic systems. They want to try before they buy, and they only want to pay for what they use. Customers are unwilling to make upfront decisions, and they need to know that Oracle will be there to help them if something goes wrong. To help solve that problem, We've incorporated all of these ideas into version 2 of our cloud marketplace. We're excited to launch this new marketplace offering with companies like Shield.io, Couchbase, and Fortinet. Customers can now rent software and solutions by the hour through our cloud marketplace without long-term licensing commitments. Customers can now purchase third-party software through our cloud marketplace with universal credits. Our marketplace makes it simple to deploy whether it's an individual VM image or a complete solution as a Terraform stack. And if customers have a problem with the software and the solutions they procure through our marketplace, we offer the first line of support with their issues. Customers also told us they need help transitioning from the on-premise environment to the cloud. They need to leverage their existing investments in software, expertise, operational practices, and certifications when they move to the cloud. To help them with that, we've worked closely with VMware to offer our new Oracle Cloud VMware solution, which brings the best of VMware together with the best of public cloud. I've always admired how Oracle is a true deep engineering company. They're never afraid to tackle the hard problems, and we really embraced that perspective in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. We were the first public cloud to offer bare metal, and we will be the first public cloud to offer pervasive layer 2 networking. The combination of these two technologies enable us to offer a seamless VMware experience. In our Oracle Cloud VMware solution, customers keep full administrative control. They have control over the software and the VMware versions they run, and they get the ability to span between their on-premise VMware environment and their cloud VMware environment running on OCI. Please welcome John Gilmartin, Senior Vice President and GM of Hyperconverged Infrastructure for VMware, who will explain more about what we're doing with VMware. John? Thank you, John. Did you bring your phone for a selfie as well?
I did. Oracle, VMware on stage together. This is pretty big. I think we should take a picture.
OK.
One more here. There you go. Got it.
Thank you, John.
Perfect. Thank you, Clay. Good. Yeah, so Oracle and VMware on stage together, we thought maybe raise a couple eyebrows, but I'm pretty excited about this. But the fact is we have a pretty common vision between the companies around what customers are trying to accomplish with hybrid cloud. The fact is we have thousands of mutual customers, and those customers are asking us to work together to help them on this cloud journey. Now, any of you know much about VMware strategy, you know that our strategy is really rooted today in helping customers with that cloud journey. Right? What we're really trying to do is provide a native VMware experience across all kinds of different clouds, including all the various hyperscale clouds that are out there. Really with the goal of providing consistent infrastructure and consistent operations so customers can move their applications relatively seamlessly between these different environments. And so over the past year, we've made a number of announcements and partnership announcements really with all the major hyperscale clouds. And so this is just a really natural addition to that strategy for us. So again, really super excited about this partnership. And there's really two things that we're announcing. The first is this new cloud offering, Oracle Cloud VMware solution. What this does is takes VMware's fully software-defined data center technologies, what we call Cloud Foundation, takes that stack, which includes vSphere, vSAN, NSX, or the whole fully virtualized infrastructure, and makes that available to customers, and makes it possible then for them to bring their existing VMware workloads into the Oracle Cloud without modification. Right? Allows them to leverage their existing investments in people, process, tools, and technologies. So what's great about this is Oracle now providing level 1 and level 2 support for this inside the Oracle Cloud, while providing a greater choice for all of you who are running Oracle apps. You now have the opportunity to take your Oracle applications and move them into this environment, leveraging, again, your existing investments. The second thing we're announcing, and again, very excited about this, the second thing we're announcing is an expanded mutual tech support agreement for Oracle products running on VMware virtualization. Right? So that means Oracle products running on vSphere or running on Cloud Foundation. So for customers who are thinking about, how do I take my existing, maybe potentially physical Oracle infrastructure and run that inside a virtual machine, or how do I think about extending that in the cloud? We now have the flexibility, and you have the enhanced confidence to do that with mutual support between Oracle and VMware. So ultimately now, customers have that flexibility to run inside their data center, but also to run into the cloud, again, with this mutual support, which is great. And so really, in closing, there's two announcements that we really want to highlight as part of this partnership between Oracle and VMware. The first is Oracle Cloud VMware Solution, and the second is this enhanced mutual support agreement for running Oracle products on VMware. Together, these allow customers to have a much greater level of choice and flexibility than they've had before, to be able to take their existing investments in people, process, technology, and extend that as part of their cloud strategy, take the advantage of all the benefits of public cloud with all the benefits of their existing investments in technology. Clay, I'm super excited about this partnership and look forward to seeing how it evolves over the next couple of years. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. We've highlighted how Oracle Cloud is the most integrated cloud, both vertically, from infrastructure through database, up into applications and analytics. We're also horizontally integrated with Microsoft, our new cloud marketplace, and our VMware cloud solution. The result is that customers can feel confident they can bring their most demanding workloads to Oracle Cloud. Now, let's hear from another customer about how they are utilizing the power of Autonomous Database. Thank you very much.
Manufacturing faces a new industrial revolution. Manufacturers are under constant pressure to innovate, to be ever more efficient, but with fewer resources. And the world's most prestigious manufacturers are turning to us to help them. At Mystech, we use cloud technology to optimize the whole of the manufacturing lifecycle, from process definition through planning and execution. Our tools help companies improve all aspects of manufacturing performance, saving them time and money. But we can't do it alone. Oracle's Autonomous Transaction Processing Database is the foundation of our solution to manage the whole of the manufacturing lifecycle. Using ATP in combination with the Microsoft Azure Interconnect is saving us half the infrastructure and labor costs compared to an equivalent on-premise environment. And we're now seeing some workloads run 600% faster on Autonomous than they did on our legacy environment, with half the CPUs. Many of our customers operate 24/7, and ATP provides zero downtime. ATP patches, maintains, and tunes itself, providing a more secure environment, allowing us to focus our resources on developing innovative solutions for our customers. I think manufacturing customers should be embracing autonomous technology now, because the future is happening now. With Mystech and Oracle, it's making anything possible.
Please welcome Juan Loaiza.
Good morning. So I'm Juan Loaiza, and I'm going to talk about how our autonomous database and our database technology in general is enabling the next generation of data-driven applications. Okay, so first of all, Oracle's the only company in the world that's a leader in both enterprise applications and in database technology. So this gives us a lot of unique insights and unique capabilities. And we've leveraged this to build a lot of cutting-edge database technologies to enable building next-generation applications that are dramatically more agile, flexible, secure, adaptable, analytic, predictive, extensible, and simple. And I'm going to go through these different areas. So first of all, first area I'm going to talk about is building next-generation, agile, and highly secure applications. So we all know that software as a service, or SaaS, is the model of the future for building applications. But building SaaS applications is complicated because you have to basically separate the different tenants. So the application commingles the data in the same tables traditionally, and that makes it the application's job to secure the data and separate the different tenants. And with our Oracle Database multi-tenant technology, we provide separate pluggable databases for each tenant. So this makes it dramatically easier to develop next-generation SaaS apps, because the database separates the tenants. So the application has to do almost no work to become a multi-tenant application. And it also is much more agile because the tenants can be moved and cloned dynamically, and the database deals with inter-tenant security directly. So it makes it more secure, and again, simplifies the application development. So that's the first thing I'm talking about, which is SaaS applications using our multi-tenant database technology, much more agile, much more secure, and much simpler. Okay, so let's talk about another big area, which is unstructured data. So every modern app today includes both structured relational data and unstructured data. And in Oracle, we've built unstructured data, XML and JSON, directly into the Oracle database as native data types that can be accessed using either standard SQL or using the native JSON and XML interfaces. And we use this for both OLTP and analytics. In OLTP, you get full data consistency between structured and unstructured data. You get to index all the elements you want. You get the full Oracle Analytics SQL. It all works seamlessly. So structured, unstructured data, all combined together, makes it very simple for modern apps to use all the data, any kind of data that they want. Okay, third area, highly secure applications. So this is a very hot area. So you've heard about blockchain technology. There's a lot of news, a lot of new products being developed to use blockchain technology. But it's very complicated to build an app with blockchain technology. So I'm going to give you a preview into a feature that we're introducing in our upcoming version of the Oracle database. And what we're doing is we're integrating blockchain technology directly into the database. So the way this works is that we define a new kind of table in the database called a blockchain table. And when rows are inserted into a blockchain table, we create a cryptographic chain of the data. And users and tenants can sign those cryptographic chains and validate the data to detect any kind of fraud. So that blockchain technology is built directly into the database, and it's super simple to use. So from an app developer point of view, it looks like a regular table. It behaves like a regular table. You can do transactions and queries as if it was a regular table. But you get a lot of the security benefits of blockchain tables with almost no work on the part of the application. So this enables dramatically simpler, highly secure, blockchain-based applications combined with all the rest of the features in conventional database. So it's a very cutting-edge technology that we're going to be releasing next year. Okay, another area. So another very hot area for application development is breaking applications into something called microservices. So in the individual pieces that are much easier to develop. Now, each microservice typically uses a separate database to keep it very modular between the microservices. And the problem with that is you end up with lots and lots of databases that then become very difficult to manage. So again, we can use our multi-tenant technology to, instead of giving a physical database to each microservice, we give a logical, pluggable database to each microservice. And this makes the microservices much more adaptable, because now you can easily combine and separate these pluggable databases to adapt the deployment based on whether you need more isolation or a simpler deployment. So again, cutting-edge technology enabling modern applications. Okay, let's talk about analytic applications, another hot area of technology. So several years ago, we introduced in our Oracle database something called InMemory Columnar technology. And the benefit of this technology is that it enables analytics to run an order of magnitude faster. And we've enhanced that technology over the years with every new release of the Oracle database. Now, the nice thing about this technology, again, application developers can just use our in-memory column technology, and you don't have to change a single thing. The application will run an order of magnitude faster, and they can be used in analytic applications like data warehouse, or you can combine them with our row format in an OLTP database to get the best of both OLTP and analytics in the same database with essentially no work at all. So this enables much faster next-generation analytic-based applications. Okay, and on the topic of analytics, the hottest area these days is machine learning. Now, machine learning is complicated, often requires separate machine learning systems. So again, what we've done in Oracle database is we've taken dozens of cutting-edge machine learning algorithms, and we've built them directly into the Oracle database. So from an existing or new application, you can call machine learning directly from standard SQL and run that in real time as your SQL database runs. So what this means is that in the OLTP system, you can run machine learning in real time. So you can enhance existing or new OLTP applications to run machine learning in real time. So as the data comes into the database, you run machine learning, super simple to use, dramatically better than having a completely separate system for machine learning. And in addition to our built-in machine learning algorithms, you can also integrate your own custom Python or R machine learning directly with our database algorithms. And in our next release, we have something called auto machine learning that basically automates the process of building machine learning models, which is a very complicated process. It makes it so that even non-experts in machine learning can now take advantage of machine learning technology. So again, very hot cutting-edge data technologies that enable dramatically better applications. Okay, another one, extensible apps. So another hot area of technology is something called data lakes, where you use low-cost object stores to store data lake data. Now, the problem with that is it fragments the data. So now you have data in conventional databases, and you have data in data lakes. So what we've done with Oracle is we've integrated that object store data lake data directly into the Oracle database. So from Oracle database, you can access both data that's in the database and data that's in the object store data lake seamlessly. So a single SQL statement can run both across the Oracle data and the data lake. It looks like it's one complete system seamlessly integrated. So it makes it much simpler to integrate data lake data. And we support all the common data lake data types and all the common object stores with this technology. All right, and finally, let me talk about simple application deployment. This is something that we're promoting a lot because it greatly simplifies developing next generation applications. So everything I've talked about, all these cutting edge technologies normally are built as separate technologies, separate databases that have to be integrated by the application developer and deployed separately. So what we're doing at Oracle is we're building all these cutting edge technologies directly into one converged database. So there's no need to develop and deploy a dozen databases when you're developing a single app. And this is one of the things that makes our SaaS applications much better than any other application in the world. It's much simpler and more effective to have all the algorithms in one database. So it's one thing to manage, one thing to make available, one thing to deploy, one thing to secure. You get the benefits of mixing all these data types. So you can use blockchain with JSON. You can use machine learning with XML. So all these things, you can mix them together. You can run SQL and transactions across all the different data types. You don't have to fragment your data. You don't have to distribute your data. And you don't have to integrate all these databases. So with these 8 new cutting-edge database technologies that we're building, you can build dramatically better next-generation applications. Okay, so thank you for that. Now I'm going to introduce Andy Mendelson, who's going to talk about our next-generation autonomous data platform.
Okay, my mic works, terrific. Okay, so I thought that was a really exciting presentation because it just sort of shows, we are considered by the analysts to be, a leader in database technology today. And as you can see from what Juan just showed you, we are determined that, 10 years from today, we are going to still be a leading database provider out there. So, we have great database technology, great autonomous database, but we're not done. Because what customers want is not just databases, they want to get information out of the database. They want to unlock what we call the endless possibilities from their data. They want business analysts and data scientists to be able to use this data to get business value. So what we're going to talk about now is how we're going to extend the concept of autonomous database to be more of a data platform to really empower your business analysts and data scientists to do what the business wants. So, let's just give a little context to what's going on here. Every customer I talk to now says, oh, we're going digital. We're going to be a data-driven enterprise. It's amazing, right? Machine learning, it's going to be great. Human, artificial intelligence, et cetera. So data is becoming the core asset of almost every one of your organizations. And people want to leverage that data to better run their business and understand their customers, et cetera. So the good news is all of you out there are busy gathering data from all over the place. There's the traditional data sources, like transactional systems, SaaS environments. There's new sources like sensor data from your manufacturing lines or car telemetry data, et cetera. The bad news is that this data is out of control. It's all over the place. It's on premises. It's in filing cabinets. It's in public clouds, private clouds, multi-clouds. It's all over the place. You don't know, and your data scientists and business analysts can't get the data they need to make you a real data-driven company. Okay, so we have sort of two steps to try to solve this problem. The first one, Larry talked about a lot yesterday, is our autonomous database. This is a really groundbreaking technology, the first in the industry to deliver to you a self-driving database. And that means we take care of all the mess and fuss around running Oracle database. We do the provisioning for you. We do the configuration. We make it secure. We upgrade it. We patch it. And the big thing we do is we also tune it for you as well. So you just load the data. You tell us the shape of your data. You send us the SQL statements, and we do everything else for you. So we really have reduced the friction. So if people like your data scientists and business analysts can now very easily provision very sophisticated Oracle database technology at the push of a button. They just tell us how much compute CPUs they need, how much storage they need. They push the button, and they get this autonomous database, which is great. It's highly secure. It has all the security of the Oracle Enterprise Database, all the high availability of the Enterprise Oracle Database. And as Juan just mentioned, it's loaded with all kinds of technologies that's been converged into one database platform. So it's very easy for your analysts to use an industry standard SQL API to analyze any kind of data they want. Okay, so that's great. So what's the problem here? So your business analysts don't just want databases. They need the data to analyze, right? So we're not done. So Autonomous Data Platform is going to be the next step in this process of first provisioning the autonomous databases really easily, operating those databases for your data scientists and business analysts really easily. And now we're going to tackle the next part, which is to get the data and help them do their analysis. Okay, so we've got sort of three parts to this vision. So the first part is, first we have to sort of have a catalog, a data catalog that you can all use to keep track of all the data, whether it's on-prem, it's in the cloud, in other clouds, et cetera. You should be able to make it possible for your data scientists and analysts to very easily say, yeah, let's go through this catalog. I want this data set. I want that data set. And then, I want to prepare it in a certain way. I want to transform it in a certain way. Okay? And so that's sort of the building block, the foundation that you need to sort of empower the data scientists and analysts in your organization to be able to start making you into a digital, data-driven company. Okay, the next step is taking care of the more of the processing here. So what is the heavy lifting here? Well, most clouds today, if you want to have data scientists gather data, there's a lot of coding involved in trying to do the ETL to move the data from one place to another. In Autonomous Data Platform, your analysts are just going to tell us what they want to do. I want this data from eBusiness Suite, and this data from Fusion SaaS, and this data from somewhere else, maybe Salesforce.com. And I want this data transformed in a certain way, and I want to push a button, and then I want it available for me. So our job is to let them just tell us what they want, and we will do all the code generation for them under the covers. Okay, no mess, no fuss. So we're going to converge ETL essentially into the autonomous database to make it a complete, an autonomous part of the database platform. And then finally, we have this concept of data virtualization. So if you have data all over the place, you want to be able to use, open industry standard Oracle SQL to query that data and analyze it. So we have a new offering called Cloud SQL that will make it very easy for your business analysts who know some SQL to just say, yeah, I want this table joined with that table and filtered by this where clause and group by, et cetera, and do it very easily. That's it. No mess, no fuss. We take care of all the data movement for them. We cache the data if necessary to make sure the performance is good. And it's a really nice autonomous experience extended to your business analysts and data scientists. Okay, so I wanted to give a really quick example of something like this. So in the next section, TK Anand is going to talk about a product called Oracle Analytics for Fusion Applications. And this is a really good example of the kind of application we're going to make simple in this autonomous data platform. So in that example, he makes it very easily to just say, yeah, I want all the data from my Fusion Apps database, move it over to my autonomous data warehouse, and here's a bunch of canned analytics against it, push the button, and you got it. It's done. You have no mess, no fuss. So our goal is to extend that concept to all of your data sources, not just Fusion Apps. We'll support all the Oracle sources, third-party sources, even third-party data sources as well. So we're really excited about this concept. We think this is really what our customers need beyond autonomous database to really get their job done. Okay. And then finally, we are all about, and Juan talked about this a little bit, the first generation clouds were really designed for very sophisticated computer scientists who worked for those companies like Amazon and Google, and they love writing thousands of lines of code to get their job done. And that's how those clouds work. We want to empower people like data scientists, business analysts. They don't, they'll write a little code if you make them, but they don't really want to do that. Their core expertise is to analyze the data, get insights into the data using sophisticated algorithms of various sorts, machine learning, et cetera. And so what we want to do is make it possible for these people to build really sophisticated applications without writing any code or very small amounts of code. And so what I'm going to do here is just go through 3 tools we have that are examples of that sort of thing. So number 1, Application Express, Apex, is a tool we've had with the Oracle database for about a decade now. It's available now as part of every Oracle Cloud service. And what it does is let you build very beautiful, powerful, browser-based applications around your data really fast. In many cases, you can build them with writing no code at all. Other cases, you might have to write a little bit of code. But it is 100 times more productive than writing code the old-fashioned way, using thousands of lines of JavaScript to build these kind of applications. Okay. Number 2, Juan already mentioned this earlier, AutoML. So machine learning, again, is this kind of technology that today can only be used productively by a very small set of very sophisticated computer scientists who understand these algorithms. So AutoML is a tool we're introducing to make machine learning algorithms accessible to the masses of the business analysts and data scientists who might not be the PhD guys out there. And then number 3, just give another example, Oracle Analytics Cloud, which is our tool that will sit on top of the autonomous data platform, has all kinds of natural language processing capabilities where you can talk to it and tell it what to do. It can talk back to you and give you insights into your data. We call that narratives. And it's another example of the kind of autonomous capabilities we want to build into our platform. Okay, so to close, I just wanted to sort of get back to the beginning. So how is this going to help you get, unlock the insights into your data for the endless possibilities of your data? And I wanted to give you 3 concrete examples. Number 1, with Autonomous Database, we have extremely good price performance. Yesterday at my keynote, Accenture came up and presented the results of some benchmarking they did that showed we were incredibly low cost compared to other providers of data management technologies. They published a white paper on their website on that. And here's an example customer that you just saw in a video, Mystech. They do manufacturing software optimization technologies. They're experiencing 600% better performance using half the CPUs of their previous solution. Great price performance. Number two, we lower labor costs. Another way of lowering costs. Sky Brazil is DirecTV in Brazil. They're using our cloud. They're getting a 90% reduction in time to market, 90% less maintenance costs. And a third example is we're going to increase the value you can get from your data. And we already have example of existing customers. QLX is a marketing organization. They actually do sports marketing for teams like the Golden State Warriors. And they are able to use our platform to get better value out of their data, to increase, the revenue, the spending that the sports teams can get out of the sports fans. They can identify using machine learning algorithms which are the sports fans most likely to spend more money if they send them promotions, et cetera. Okay, so in conclusion, what we're up to here is we're taking autonomous database as the starting point. It is this whole exercise of eliminating the need for human labor around data management, and then we're extending that to say, yeah, we want to also eliminate the heavy lifting and the lines of code that your business analysts have to write, your data scientists have to write, and we're going to deliver this autonomous experience to them as well. Okay, thank you very much.
Japan is this decade's fast-growing major destination for tourism. And by 2030, our country aims to double international visitors to 60 million people. For ANA, this presents an opportunity to showcase a world-class service. But the airline industry is a saturated market. The challenge we faced was finding a way to ensure customers could trust they're getting the best service in the market while we remain profitable. That's why we partnered with Oracle. By using Oracle ERP Cloud, we have streamlined our entire procurement system. This not only reduces running costs and boosts profits, but it means our customers getting the best service, from being served the best drinks at the airport lounge to taking a safe flight powered by the IT system. After all, happy customer for us means happy tourists for Japan.
Please welcome Steve Miranda.
Great, thank you, everyone. So what I'm going to focus on in this session is a little bit how we leverage the technology stack you've just heard about and the importance of the technology stack in the SaaS application suite. In the session immediately following, I'll get through lots of details of the applications themselves. So first off, to level set, we have built a complete suite of SaaS applications, from CRM, sales, service, marketing, along with data, ERP, financials, supply chain manufacturing, projects procurement, HR, including benefits, talent management, payroll, the entire suite of applications. All of that is possible in one database by leveraging that technology that Juan Loaiza spoke of before, different data types, blockchain in the database, everything in a single database with a single set of development tools to make it easier for us to develop and make it, in some cases, possible to build a fully integrated application. Now, why is that important? Well, it turns out in a lot of cases, and one case we're introducing in this conference, service logistics, an entire suite of applications is necessary to complete a business flow. Very simple use case. A lot of people here in the audience, you have a service with your home that you need something done. You need to, first of all, you have the service application. You call a company to give a service ticket to them to repair it. What else do they need? They better have a scheduling application to make sure that the person is there at the right time that you need them. They need an HR application because the person who shows up to do the repair at your site on the right time better have the right skill sets. And oh, by the way, they need a supply chain application because should they need to do a repair, they better make sure that the part that they need for that repair is there at the right time with the person with the right skill set. And in some cases, they may need a manufacturing system because they actually may need to build that part to have it show up on time with the right person at the right time. So a very simple business process, service logistics, only possible and enabled through a complete suite of SaaS applications, a complete suite of SaaS applications only possible through the technology stack that Juan Loaiza spoke of. But there's more. In Oracle SaaS, we also focused on data, not only with your data, but business data that we have from external sources through our DataFox application, as well as external sources of consumer data through our Oracle Data Cloud. And we blend data along with your transactional applications to give you best-in-class business functions. What do I mean by that? Let's take an analogy. It used to be the case if you needed a direction somewhere, you would go online, you had your app, either Google Maps or what have you, and you'd get directions. But now that's not how you do it, because of course you have the directional data, but you have lots of other data. You have traffic data, you have road closures, et cetera, and you can get the best route to where you want to go. So what we've done in the business applications is take the same metaphor. You have the transactional aspects, like service logistics I talked about, but you should blend that with real-world data. What's happening with businesses? What's happening with consumers? What are people interested in, et cetera? Now, why is that important? One very specific example we're talking about here at this conference is our CX Unity, a customer intelligence platform. It takes traditional marketing aspects, so how you market a customer, but blends that marketing aspect with real-world information of what that customer or customer segment may be doing or may be interested in. So it's not just marketing which gives you directions, it's marketing which gives you directions, but also based on real-world data that is moving forward. How is all this possible? When Andy Mendelson was talking about the importance of data and the data lakes and the disparity of data, by leveraging the Oracle technology, Oracle SaaS keeps all the data in the same spot, leverages all that data, and surfaces that data for better outcomes through businesses. And that's just one example of both of those. But there's more. So all of the Oracle SaaS applications are built on the entirety of the technology stack. And so while you're a consumer of SaaS and you get our quarterly updates, and you might see cool new features, where we introduce process manufacturing, we introduce a new student finance system, we introduce joint venture accounting, we had a bunch of new application features, but that's what you see on the surface. Underneath the surface, everything that Clay and Andy and Juan talked about, best-in-class database. As the autonomous database gets more secure, your SaaS applications get more secure. As the autonomous database gets faster, your applications get faster. As our Oracle Gen 2 cloud gets more secure and better and more reliable, your applications gets more secure, better, and more reliable. All of that, what used to be known as technical debt, no longer exists in the context of Oracle SaaS. Because not only do you get those updates automatically, but we get to leverage the benefit of all the great technology investments you just heard about in our SaaS applications. So now, how does that blend it all together, and what does it turn out to be? So our big push, if you take transactional applications, best-in-class technology, data, now we apply machine learning to it. And essentially what we're doing is we're transforming applications from input and accept and validate into recommend applications. And we've done that across the board. In sales, doing account enrichments, doing signal alerts, in marketing, in supply chain, in finance, in HR. And because of the size of our customer base, we're starting to see results. We've done over 600 million recommendations, machine learning-driven recommendations in field service, over 50 million in our Commerce Cloud, over 4 million in our Sales Cloud, et cetera, et cetera. And because of the nature of machine learning and data, as we give these recommendations to our customers, as those customers utilize the recommendation, the machine learning algorithms get better and better, those recommendations get better and better. The benefit of the SaaS applications is leveraging the entirety of the technology stack in a complete suite of applications to make your business smarter through recommendations. Now, and then we also surface that through digital assistants or bots as an alternative user interface as well. Now, to drill into a little bit more of how we use the data and the applications, let me introduce TK Anand, who's going to take you through Oracle Analytics.
Thank you, Steve. I'm excited to be here to talk to you about Oracle Analytics. The common theme at this conference, I guess, and at this keynote is data. Data is the most valuable asset we all possess, and it's growing at a tremendous pace. Data is coming at us not just from transactional line of business systems. We're getting it from social media, devices, sensors, web and cloud services, and more. Our ability to synthesize all of this data and turn it into actionable insight for the right individual at the right time and in the right context, that represents the true opportunity for business analytics. With the Oracle Cloud and the Autonomous Database, we now have the ability to store all of this data at low cost, and we have virtually unlimited compute capacity to be able to process all of this data. With the advent of artificial intelligence, we have sophisticated machine learning algorithms that we can put to use to crunch through all of this data and generate insights with minimal human effort. This confluence of data explosion, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence is what is driving the next wave of innovation in business analytics. And Oracle Analytics is perfectly positioned to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. Oracle Analytics consists of 3 core product offerings. The Oracle Analytics Cloud, which is our flagship analytics platform in our Gen 2 cloud. The Oracle Analytics Server, which is our platform for on-premises and private cloud environments. And we're excited to introduce a new product offering, which we call Oracle Analytics for SaaS Applications. We're unveiling this at OpenWorld this year. So let me talk about these. The Oracle Analytics Cloud is a complete and comprehensive analytics platform. It targets the needs of all of your user communities, whether it is business users and analysts, IT departments, developers, and more. It brings the worlds of centralized or governed analytics for IT, self-service analytics for the business, and next-generation AI-driven augmented analytics all together in an integrated and fluid experience. And moreover, this is an open platform. Sure, it works great with the Oracle Cloud, whether it's data that lives in the Autonomous Database or in the Oracle SaaS applications. But you can use the Oracle Analytics Cloud to get at your data wherever it may live, whether it's in the Oracle Cloud, in a third-party cloud, or in your on-premises systems. So at OpenWorld this year, we're unveiling a new family of end-to-end analytics solutions that are tied closely to the various SaaS applications that Steve just talked about. The idea here, again, similar to what Andy was saying earlier, is we want to take the majority of the human effort involved in building these data-driven analytics solutions. What we're doing here is we're going to take the data from the Oracle SaaS applications. We'll start with the ERP Cloud first and extend to more and more SaaS applications as we go along. We'll take that data, we'll transform it, we'll land it in the Autonomous Database in a schema that's optimized for analytics, and then we will use our rich understanding of these SaaS applications to layer highly curated semantics on top of the data, business semantics. And then we'll give you out-of-the-box reports, dashboards, KPIs, you name it, on top of that. And then you can use the power of the Oracle platform to extend and customize the solution. You can bring your own additional data into the data warehouse. You can use the Oracle Analytics Cloud to customize the semantics and build your own reports and dashboards. You heard Clay talk earlier about the integrated nature of the Oracle Cloud. Well, I can't think of a better example. This is a perfect example of the Oracle Cloud working integrated end-to-end. This solution is built on the Oracle Cloud infrastructure. It uses the Oracle Autonomous Database for managing all of its data, and it's tightly integrated with the Oracle SaaS applications. I'd like to leave you with this amazing customer story of NHS, the National Health Service in the UK, that is seeing huge benefits with the Oracle Cloud, not just with analytics, but the end-to-end integration, security, and data management capabilities of the Oracle Cloud. Thank you.
The BSA is a shared business services authority. It touches many parts of the NHS, directly responsible to the Department of Health and ministers.
Two elements of our data that are very important to the NHS. One is the prescribing data. That's £9 billion worth of activity that we administer every year. And the other element is the dental information that we collect. So in excess of 40 million courses of treatment for dentistry within primary care.
We want to use our data and analytical capability using our investment in Oracle to save money in the wider NHS, and we're starting to do that. But our real aspiration is to make a difference in patient care. We then have decided to invest in Oracle Cloud, where customers have access to our data so they can also help themselves.
It was within the first 6 months that the team had identified £100 million worth of savings, and it's now gone on to over £700 million worth of potential savings.
We went and did the analytics first and kind of got to know our data and how it joins together and what insight you can actually get out of it, and then developed our data warehouse and brought in on board the right tools at the right time to kind of make that seamless transition.
The security is a big plus for us, really, because the data centres are in EU locations. The encryption on the database gives us that sense that everything's okay. And I don't feel that there's the same levels of risks with the Oracle technology, certainly, that there would be with other cloud providers.
One of the benefits we've had from moving to Oracle Cloud, obviously, is that investment, that new technology has obviously allowed our customers access to the cloud, but the biggest savings is going to be for us. We can close down all our mainframes and make some big efficiency savings by not running big clunky mainframes anymore.
So thank you, Steve and TK, and what you, Juan, Andy, Clay, and the whole Oracle team are developing for our customers is unlike any other cloud provider, and better than only engineering great technology is the fact that we are helping our customers realize business success with the Oracle Cloud. So let me just recap so that you too can succeed with the Oracle Cloud. First, the Oracle Cloud provides a 360-degree view of your business, so your teams have the visibility they need to make better decisions. Second, the Oracle Cloud enables you to maximize efficiency and effectiveness by providing a new level of functional integration and embedded AI that significantly increases insight, cross-team collaboration, and eliminates routine manual work. Third, the Oracle Cloud enables you to outpace change by providing new features every quarter and allowing continuous innovation without tedious upgrades. And finally, the design of the Oracle Integrated Cloud centers around the user and the user's needs. And all this comes with the best built-in data management and security in the market today. So if you want to learn more about Oracle Cloud, I want to invite you to participate in the keynotes highlighted here. They will also be available for replay on the Oracle OpenWorld website. And if you want to learn how Oracle has put the Oracle stack to work internally, from the apps layers all the way down through the infrastructure, visit the Oracle at Oracle experience on the second floor of Moscone West. There, you can join discussions with my team, who have helped us leverage the power of the Oracle Cloud Platform to transform our business. And lastly, I encourage you to try the Oracle Cloud out for yourself for free. Experience the autonomous cloud and see for yourself what makes Oracle so unique and the best choice to achieve business success. Thank you.